internet, travelling cyberspace, exploring virtual reality, riding the information highway. Now that politicians and headline writers have got hold of all this jargon, it's easy to believe that there really is a whole new world out there. Films like Lawnmower Man and stories of virtual sex or teledildonics, how's that for a word, present a picture of a visually rich, all-encompassing experience, available through a computer and a telephone line. Of course, by comparison, the truth, surprise, surprise, is quite dull. Even the current virtual reality applications that allow people to use their computers to interact in an imaginary physical space are less dramatic than the CAD/CAM applications or even the computer animation that many of us are used to seeing. Obviously, something is happening out there, but with all the hype and misinformation surrounding the issue, it's hard to know exactly what it'll mean in the future and how far away that future is. Statistics show that most of the activity on global computer networks is still work-related. People do use their computers to communicate, but they don't, as many predicted, stay home and do their shopping, banking and visiting electronically. Well, not yet, anyway. Virtual reality is well established as a training tool in the military, medicine and business worlds, and you do see simplistic forms of it in entertainment arcades. Governments around the world are building comprehensive communications networks so that business can run more efficiently. They also have one eye on the use of these networks to monitor, control and tax the flow of information between their citizens. Big brother. The important thing to understand about all this change is that it affects the way we do things rather than the things we do. Cyberspace, virtual reality and the information highway are simply electronic versions of ideas that have been around for ages. 200 years ago, for instance, the idea of cyberspace may have been expressed through, say, the intellectual community, virtual reality, the theatre, and the superhighway, well, that might have been the postal service. In reality, they served much the same function.